Hello lovelies, welcome back to my little gaff by the sea. It's Sunday, it's raining. Just looking out the window, it was threatening to stop earlier, but no, it's chucking down. So, Sunday, my day off, it's pouring with rain. What am I going to do? I'm going to spend my, at least morning, learning something new. Yay! It's down here. I'm going to have a go with my Instant Pot. Brilliant. Look at there. Thank you so much to Nikki. My Instant Pot was a housewarming gift from her. I'm finally getting around to giving it a go. Now look, I know there's a lot of you out there who've got Instant Pots, who've had them for months, years even, who are experts in using them. This video isn't for you. This video is for people like me who have either just got one or are thinking about getting one, and essentially for folk who are a little bit tech/gadget phobic. Yeah, I'm definitely in that camp. I don't like things with buttons. I don't like things that I have to learn with instructions. But I'm going to dive in today because it should really be worth it for me. I'm going to talk about it loads more as we go on, but principally, so, you know, for instance, on the box, it lets me know, oh, it's heavy. I can use it as a pressure cooker, as a saute pan, as a steamer, as a slow cooker, as a rice cooker, as a food warmer, and as a yogurt maker. Now, the yogurt maker I might use, but I think more than anything, at least certainly to begin with, we're going to unbox it and do it in sort of real time together. But I think in principle, I'm going to be using it, and I think this, you know, what Nikki said it would be great for me, is things like this. Dried chickpeas, dried butter beans. About getting them reconstituted and cooked, because it's so much quicker in the Instant Pot than it is than boiling them on the stove top. So in theory it should save me a load on fuel, and the idea will be that I will cook up a big batch of them, divvy them into portions that are the equivalent of a tin can, and get them in the freezer so they're cooked and ready to go. It's just that they're frozen, so that when I'm cooking then and I want some chickpeas in my recipe, I can either, if I'm thinking ahead, I can take a portion out of the freezer, put it in the fridge overnight to slowly defrost and use them the next day in my cooking, or if I've forgotten to get them out, I could just put them in a steamer for 5 minutes to take the freeze off them and then add them to whatever my recipe is. Rather than thinking, oh no, I'm going to have to, you know, the overnight soak and then boil for an hour or more, whatever it is, on the stove top before I can even think about cooking. I haven't got time, So that essentially is how I think, at least to begin with, I'm going to be using it. Right, let's have it. It's a big old thing. It's a big new thing. I might have to push you a little bit further away. There we go, so you can see. So I did have a little read of the instructions about a month or so ago, sometime over Christmas, 2 months ago. So I know that the first thing I'm going to do in getting to grips with this the first time is I'm literally going to boil water. I kid you not. But I'm going to follow the... Right, I need to clear some space on the table. I'm going to follow the instructions exactly. I've never used one before, and like I said, I'm a little bit gadget phobic anyway, so I'll put the handle to one side. So I want to learn it and learn it properly. Right. Power cable. The first thing is obviously unbox it. Sorry, rattle. Unbox it and make sure I've got all the bits and pieces I need. I might have to, you're going to have to go up, and I'm going to have to go up. I'm slightly wondering as well, when it's in use, if it will give off much warmth. It's not a cold day today particularly, but I think just because of all the rain again, this continual dampness, it just makes it feel colder. Right, all shiny and new. So control panel on the front. What does that say? Warning, hot steam from steam release valve can cause burns. Do not place hands, face or unprotected skin over the valve while the cooker is in operation. Remove tank before use. Well, how do I remove it? Does it pull out? Okay, just pull it out. Where does the cable go in? Okay, down there around the back. So when I get to actually trying to give it a go, I'm going to move it over onto the kitchen counter. So let's see what they say I should be doing first. Okay, first things first, the instruction manual. So I've just off camera read again the safeguard instructions. There's quite a lot, just get myself familiar with those again. Learning the anatomy of my Instant Pot, the steam release handle, the float valve, the position marker, and then it's bottom of lid, turn, lift. Oh, I need to take the wrapping from inside as well. So there's the anatomy of the inside, anti-block shield, silicone cap, etc, etc. Okay, fine. Stand the lid up on the multi-cooker base. Hold on. To stand the lid up in the base to keep it off your countertop. Insert the left or right lid fin into the corresponding slot. Oh, I see. So the lid comes off, and where the handle, they've got these fins on the side, I can put it in there to keep it off the counter. Good. Learn as we go. Right, then the parts. I'm just going to take that off for now. So then there's an inner pot. Take our wrappings off. Read the warning cards and warning stickers. Remove all packaging, obviously. Do not remove any warning stickers. Do not place hands, face, yeah, same thing. Oh, when performing the initial test run, and that's what we're going to do, the initial test run. So that doesn't say what that is. Don't know what that is. Open. It's going to need scissors. Is this? Oh, it's for lifting something out. Discover that shortly. I know there's going to be loads of you out there who got this, who are shouting at the screen right now about what that is, but I'm going to find out. Okay, take that packaging off. So that's my inner pot, and then there's the multi-cooker base. So there's more warning. Never use the Instant Pot without the stainless steel inner pot in place. Don't put food, liquid or foreign objects. Do I have any foreign objects? I might have a few bits and pieces from France. Does that count as a foreign object? Don't be facetious, Vivi. So then that sits and lives in there. Okay, cool. So we've got the anatomy sorted. Getting started. Initial setup, and I like this, in brackets it says it won't bite. Thank you for warning me. Because I think, also because it's under pressure, I think that's what scares a lot of people. It scares me a bit too. I mean, I remember my grandma cooking with her pressure pot. That seemed to be always on the go. She was probably doing beans in it as well. But we're going to do this together and not be scared. I don't know, did I mention, I have over on the counter, I set some chickpeas to soak last night. So by now they've had about a 12-hour soak. Oh, and that's the other thing to say is, obviously I didn't grow up in a household with one of these things. It's like, I know things like air fryers and all these other gadgets which have come on the market in the last few years. None of us grew up with them. We don't have a microchip that tells us how to cook with them. So I have no idea in terms of timings, how long do things take? So it's a complete learning curve. You know, it's not just the gadget itself, but things like the timings, I just don't know any of it. So last night, because I had an idea that I'd be doing this today, hence soaking the chickpeas, because I knew the weather forecast. I don't need to look at the weather forecast anymore to know that it's going to be raining on my day off. But yeah, so I went online, I had to Google timings. You know, I don't have any recipe books with timings. For instance, I mentioned ages ago that book On the Pulse, and it's a book it's all recipes with pulses, so beans, lentils, all of that. And what's great is at the front of the book it gives cooking times for the different beans from dried. Brilliant. I imagine there are recipe books for Instant Pot, but I imagine most of them will be meaty stews and things, so not suitable for me. Anyway, I have Googled timings for cooking my chickpeas. Great. Okay, so let's get started. Take the duo out of the box. We've done that. Remove all the packaging material. Done. Check under the inner pot. Yes, done that. I think that was that orange warning circle. Wash the inner pot with in a dishwasher or hot water and washing up liquid. Rinse with warm, clean water, soft cloth to thoroughly dry. I'll do that in a second. Wipe the heating element with a soft, dry cloth to make sure there's no stray packaging. Okay. You may be tempted to put your duo on the hob. Do not. It needs to be on a level, stable surface away from combustible material and external heat sources. Okay, well I'm going to get this washed, clean, set up over there, and then we can start and do our first little test run. Woo! Just reading ahead a little bit, so I'm not going to keep you here all day. Okay, getting started. Doing the water test. It says you don't have to, but do it to get to know the gadget. I'm going to because I don't know the gadget at all. So remove the inner pot that's now clean and add 750 ml of water. Got it measured out already. Told you I'm cooking water today. Pop that back in. Secure the power lead. Didn't get that bit ready. Oh, these little plastic dweeby things, I don't know what they're called. You know, that hold everything. I keep them, they go in my string drawer. Tie things up in the garden, what have you. Always trying to reuse. Oh good, the lead isn't too long. I don't like long leads because you don't want long leads dangling in the kitchen because there's more chance of accidentally hoiking it off, especially if you've got little people in the house. So secure the power lead, make sure the connection is right. Connect the power lead, the display shows off. Correct. Place and close the lid as described in, you have to go to a different chapter now, so that's what I got ready. How to close the lid. Closing lid. Align the limb. I can't speak. These things fluster me. Align the symbol on the lid, the arrow symbol, with the symbol on the base. Well, Where's the symbol on the base? I don't know where the symbol on the base is. I mean, it's got to be basically turn the lid clockwise until the symbol on the lid aligns with the symbol on the base. I can't see a symbol on the base, but all the sidey bits are lined up, and this is now facing. There's no symbol on the base. Right, so it's on. So now we go back to the instructions. Place and close the lid. Turn the steam release handle to the sealing position. Steam release handle. Ah, okay. So on the top, turn it to the sealing position. Do you have to push it down? Oh, I see. So that's venting. It doesn't feel like it's done anything. Cooking. Select pressure cooker. So now we're coming on to the front. Select pressure cooker. Soup, rice, porridge, pressure cook. Select pressure cook. Select. Use the plus or minus buttons to adjust the time. That makes sense. To 5 minutes. So it's on 35. Oh, so it goes down one at a time. What if I hold it, then it stops? Okay, so hold it and it won't beep out loud, and it goes down quickly. Oh, right. So, okay. Adjustments are saved when the smart meter starts to cook. Don't know what that means. So next time, oh, it says on. Oh, so is that started it? Okay, hang on a sec. That's an adjustment, so that's a note I can read later. Number 3, press keep warm to turn the automatic keep warm setting off. So that little light's come on, keep warm, turn it off. The multi-cooker beeps after 10 seconds and the display shows on. When the smart program is complete, the display shows end. And that's when we have to release the pressure. Okay, so I think it's on. Didn't hear the beeping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you off for a moment, because that had 5 minutes, didn't it? I would have thought there'd be a countdown to show that it's counting down. Anyway, I'm going to start to read ahead again now to see what happens when it's finished, and then I can show you. Professor Brainstorm, eat your heart out. So I said when I'd turning it on, getting it going, I was surprised there's not a timer on the screen. I would have thought there'd be a timer. There is, but the timer didn't kick in, of course, until the pressure had built up. So I think it's obvious, isn't it? Once that pressure is what it's supposed to be, then the timer kicks in. So it's down to, there's 2 minutes left. So I've just been reading about, I won't bring it over here, the releasing the pressure. And there are 2 ways. There's either a quick release, which I think I'm going to do. It scares me because it'll let off a load of steam. Or there's the sort of natural, what do they call it? It's a slower release. Quick release or a timed natural release. So if I'm doing something more delicate, say above ground veggies, probably want to do the quick release, because the timed natural release, the pressure will diminish gradually over time, but it's still going to be cooking, of course. So for delicate stuff, you want to stop the cooking. But of course, for things like the beans, chickpeas, or whatever, I'll do the timed release. And it now makes sense from what I was reading yesterday online about my cooking. It says release time 20 minutes. So in other words, for the chickpeas, I won't touch it. This is going to sound ridiculous to those who've been using one for years, and it's going to sound like gobbledygook for people who haven't. I think the main reason, like I say, for wanting to do this video today was to show, for those like me who are a bit nervous about it, how complicated is it? How safe is it? I feel a bit like I want to move away from it. But also, interestingly, in the little booklet, it says things like refer to your recipe for the timed release amount instructions or whatever. And that's why I'm thinking, yeah, there probably are Instant Pot recipe books. So there we go. So I can choose to do now. How many times does it beep? Does it beep until I give it some attention? We'll find out. So I can either do the quick release or the timed release. Which page are we on? They're all on different pages. Hold on. There we go, releasing the pressure. So let's go for the quick release. Actually, this is a thought in time because the steam's going to come up here. It's quite near to the cabinet. So I think when I do the chickpeas, I'm going to move it slightly more this way. So it says, carefully, quickly and confidently release that steam. Oh, you know when I was turning the steam handle to begin with and I said, does it go down, does it push, does it click, it feels wobbly? It says in the book, it feels wobbly, that's normal. So to do this, stand back. I don't want to smash my new camera either. So I just have to move that handle quickly and confidently. Oh, was that it? Did I move it or has it gone back? Oh no. Is it supposed to just, I don't know, maybe I need a gauntlet. Good grief. Is that it? The jet of steam hisses, and then there's the pressure float indicator. It says that will drop down. Do I have to hold it until that happens? We'll see. Right, I'm going to turn you off for now because I might be holding this for 5 minutes. I'm not sure, but I'm alive still. I'm alive. Okay, I hadn't pulled it round quite far enough. So no, you don't have to stand holding it. Just turn it, let it go. Oh, and I can see now that what it says, what do they call it? The float valve has dropped back into the lid. So, referring back to what to do getting started, follow the instructions for the quick release method. So that's the quick release method, done. Wait for the float valve to drop, done. Then carefully open and remove the lid as described in pressure control features. Using proper hand protection, remove the inner pot from the multi-cooker base, discard the water, thoroughly dry the inner pot. That's it, we're good to go. Okay, so still nervous about taking this lid off. I'm just going to reread that section on the quick release. So the jet of steam has hissed, that valve thing has definitely dropped. It doesn't say what else to do. I think it's just a case of take the lid off. Sorry, excuse me. I think that's it. I think we've just got to take the lid off. I'm terrified. Why am I so scared? I'm gonna leave it a minute. I don't know why. I know there's going to be loads of you now again shouting at the camera, oh it's fine, just take the lid off, but there will also be a whole load of you I know who feel like me, about a bit nervous about this and the pressure and etc, etc. So come back in a second, I'm going to cook my chickpeas. Done. I know, how silly to be so, I don't know, is it silly to be scared or is it, maybe I'm just, it's so dark today, I apologise about the lighting. I'm just a cautious person. Maybe caution isn't too bad a thing. Right, just rinsing the chickpeas that I soaked last night. let's see, what is the time? So they've had about 12, 13, 14 hours. I can't remember exactly what time I put them to soak last night. So that's a cup, 1 cup of chickpeas that got soaked. And I soaked them in 1 litre of water. Oh, hang on a tick. I'm back. That phone call, that was our lovely Paul. Because after the water had finished, so it's a cup of chickpeas soaked overnight in 1 litre of water, rinsed, chickpeas are in, and another litre of water to cook them in. Yes, after I'd cooked the water, I was so nervous about taking the lid off the pan. I rang our Paul. You see, when I need advice, I do ask for it. When I need help, I do ask for it. I just don't like being given advice when I haven't asked for it. So it said, I'm not going to keep you here the whole time and do the chickpeas, but it said in that, remember when I set it to 5 minutes to do the water, it said that setting will stay. So seal, and it's wobbly, it's supposed to be. Pressure cook, 5 has come up, that's what I want. Did I have to do something to, oh, turn off, keep warm. Did I have to do something else to start it? I've forgotten already, oh. No, there we go. It's going to do its thing. So with the chickpeas, they're going to have the pressure cook for 5 minutes, and this time I'm not going to do the quick release. I'm going to leave it for 20 minutes to do the, what's it called, natural venting or something, and in those 20 minutes they will still continue to cook. I'm going to leave it there with you guys for now, but I'll bring you back for just a couple more minutes of video right at the end. Once the chickpeas are done, I'm going to taste them and see if I'm happy with how they've cooked. And yeah, my instant pot journey. Should I call the video that? Should I give it some kind of clickbait title like "Under Pressure in the Kitchen"? The pressure is too much. Anyway, come back in a second and we'll see how the chickpeas have done. The chickpeas are done. I've just put a few in a bowl here to just test them in terms of tenderness. I just want to say though, well, firstly I want to say a massive thank you to Nikki again for a great housewarming gift, but also to Paul for being on the end of the phone. Honestly, I mean, look, I know it probably seems ridiculous, but so reassuring. He said he felt the same the first time he used his. Just shut the door, shut some noise out. It's just that thing of thinking, has it really depressurised? Can I really open it? Or am I doing it too soon and I'm going to blow the whole cottage by the sea into the sea? Anyway, so thank you to Paul for his reassurance, and it reminded me, and I'll see if I can do one of the cards or whatever on the end of here, that they've got a little playlist for Instant Pot recipes. I'm not sure how many they've got, half a dozen, 10 or so. And thinking of that, just while I was, so the chickpeas had 5 minutes of cooking under pressure and then 20 minutes of natural release, as in I'm not letting the steam out, I'm just letting that pressure subside. I've just opened it now, I can smell them. So that 20 minutes timing, so I just went on the computer, I'd sold a couple of things in eBay last week, which meant I've got a bit of eBay credit. So I've gone online and bought myself an Instant Pot vegetarian cookbook, specifically a vegetarian one. Can't wait to give it a go. Let's just see how these chickpeas are in terms of tenderness. Oh, they're perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Actually, they're really soft. I quite like them with a bit more bite. So I could do them without overnight soaking. Sorry, it's lunchtime. I could do them without overnight soaking, but then I think it takes a longer cook time, I'm not sure. But look, 5 minutes cook time. When the pressure is releasing, I presume the cooking has stopped, as in the fuel consumption. So that's 5 minutes of fuel consumption. Well, actually, it's more like 10 because of getting it up to pressure. So maybe 10 minutes of fuel consumption to get lovely soft chickpeas instead of an hour and a half on the hob. Oh my goodness, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. The other thing, just to say, that Paul mentioned, I'll text him later to remind him, he asked me to remind him, his Instant Pot booklet, you know, this booklet, his came from America, so I think that's where the difference is, but his came with a whole section of times for beans and pulses. Brilliant. So he's going to send that to me. Fantastic. Because as I said, I think that's probably mainly what I'll be using it for. Sorry, I'm hungry. Perfect. I am chuffed. More than anything, I'm chuffed to have just got over that initial fear. That's what it boils down to. And I hope this video, like I said right from the beginning, it's not for those of you who've been using an Instant Pot for ages. This is for those of you who are wondering about getting one, possibly for the same reason as me, to reduce your fuel consumption when getting your chickpeas, butter beans, whatever, getting all your beans rehydrated and cooked. Whatever reason you've been thinking about it and havering and hovering and thinking, oh, I'm not sure, I'm a bit scared. I hope, if nothing else, today's video has shown that even a scaredy cat like me can do it. And now, I'm not going to say I'm massively confident, but at least I've seen that I'm not going to blow myself up using it. And I'm sure the next time I use it, I'll have my instruction book again. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's probably going to take 20, 30 uses before I feel confident to do it without this. Maybe 10 uses, I don't know. Anyway, I want to scoff that whole pan of them. Not going to. I'll have a few more. All right, lovelies, I will see you all again really soon. Until then, happy pressure cooking. Happy feeling the pressure in the kitchen. Until the next one, cheerio. Chickpea cheerio.